I'd like to just give you an update, though, as to the progress of a couple of bills and talk about generally where we are at this point of the session. We're getting close to the end, actually, so I thought I would use a couple of bills to demonstrate what happens to bills at this point in time in the session. I want to talk about Senate Bill 273, which is a bill that I authored here in the Senate. We were successful in getting it out of the Senate. It's over in the House now. It regulates outdoor stages, and it is a bill that I wrote somewhat in response to the terrible state fair tragedy that occurred last summer. Sponsor, Representative Bob Cherry, who's from the Greenfield area, presented the bill. I was there to assist him in that regards, and I'm happy to report that the bill came out of the House committee unanimously, and it proceeded then to the full floor of the House, where it is scheduled for possible further amendments by the entire House as early as today. In fact, they're in session right now as we speak, and the bill, Senate Bill 273, is actually listed on the House calendar for consideration. I don't think we anticipate necessarily any amendments to the bill, which means then it will be eligible for third and final reading by the House. After that, I'll have to make a decision as the author. There were some changes made in the House version. I'll have to make a decision whether we continue to work on it in a conference committee, or if I'm okay with those changes, I can ask that the Senate concur in the changes, and then it'll go straight to the governor for his final signature. Now, another bill I'd like to talk about is House Bill 1149, the so-called no smoking ban. It was quite an extensive hearing on the bill. It lasted almost 3 hours. We heard proponents for the bill. We heard from the opponents from the bill. The opponents were concerned about the impact upon bars, basically. The proponents of the bill were speaking in terms, of course, as the benefits of the to health and the cost savings for the state of Indiana, too, by virtue of the health benefits from that bill. I believe that the benefits to the taxpayers of the state of Indiana and the overall health benefit outweighs the potential harm that might occur to some of the bars. I am concerned about that, but I'm also of the frame of mind that I think the bar owners may actually benefit from people who simply won't go into bars now because they don't want to be in a smoking environment. So the question that we face now is, should we pass the bill on the basis that it covers, approximately, say, 95% of the workers in working environments, or do we hold out for a bill which may never come that covers 100%? So the next time, we'll probably talk about what happens when a bill in the very final stages perhaps goes to a conference committee, and what happens in a conference committee, and how that bill might actually then finally become a law itself, headed to the governor's office for his approval.